Did you know that over 70 of relationships fail because one partner feels unappreciated? Shocking, right? If you want to make sure he misses you instead of forgetting you, you need to understand what really draws him in. Today, we're diving into the hard truths about what makes men miss you. Straight up strategies that create a longing for your presence. This isn't fluff. It's the real deal. Get ready to learn how to become unforgettable. Lesson 1. When you're confident, you stand out. Men notice a confident woman because she doesn't act needy or insecure. Confidence shows that you know your worth, and that energy draws people in. But if you don't show confidence, men might see you as just another person. They can easily forget. Without confidence, you seem unsure, maybe even insecure, and that doesn't make a lasting impact. If you don't believe in yourself, others won't either. Men won't feel the need to be around you as much, because insecurity pushes people away. They might even feel burdened by your doubts and start pulling back. Instead of thinking about you and missing you, they'll feel relieved when you're not around. Insecurity can make you easy to overlook. And if they don't miss you, they're not invested in you. Show confidence. Even if you have to fake it at first, walk into a room like you belong there. Don't seek approval. Make them come to you. Look in the mirror and remind yourself of your strengths every day. Confidence is about not needing someone else's validation. When you're secure in who you are, men will see that, and they'll keep coming pure. He remembers how you made him feel valued and understood, not manipulated. This emotional anchor is what keeps him thinking about you long after you're apart. Men crave that connection because it allows them to be vulnerable too. The deeper the emotional ties, the stronger the pull when you're not around. To create a genuine emotional connection, start by sharing your own thoughts and feelings. Be vulnerable. Let him see the real you and encourage him to do the same. Ask meaningful questions and show genuine interest in his life and feelings. This builds a foundation of trust that can't be easily shaken. When frustration, in the end, he might miss the idea of you, but not the reality of a relationship that feels one-sided. Confidence is magnetic. When you stand strong on your own, it showcases your independence and self-assuredness. Men are attracted to women who know their worth and don't need someone else to complete them. This self-confidence allows you to approach the relationship as an equal, not a follower. The more secure you are in yourself, the more he will admire and respect you, making him think about you even when you're not around. To cultivate this confidence, focus on your passions and interests outside of the relationship. Engage in activities that make you feel empowered, and this emotional experience will stick with him. These moments of vulnerability strengthen your connection and will make him long for your presence when you're not around. To promote vulnerability, initiate heartfelt conversations and actively listen without interruption. Share your own feelings, fears and dreams to inspire him to do the same. Show empathy and understanding when he opens up, reinforcing the safety of your relationship. When he realizes he can be himself with you, those moments will become cherished memories, making him miss you for the right reasons. Lesson 5. Emotional fulfillment and reflective space. If you neglect to provide emotional fulfillment and crowd his space, you risk drowning your relationship in chaos and noise. If he feels smothered and unable to reflect on his feelings, he might withdraw instead of growing closer. He could miss the comfort of your presence, but that's not the same as truly missing you. He'll remember the overwhelming energy and demands, not the emotional support he truly needs. Creating emotional fulfillment involves giving him the space to think, reflect, and understand his feelings. When you allow him time to process his thoughts and emotions, it deepens his appreciation for what you bring to his life. He starts to recognize the emotional value you add, making him crave that connection even more when you're apart. It's in those quiet moments of reflection that he realizes how much he values you. To foster emotional fulfillment, establish boundaries that promote healthy space, encourage him to pursue his interests, and give him time to recharge alone. Use this time to focus on your own passions and self-growth, making sure both of you can come back to each other, enriched. When he feels fulfilled and has the chance to reflect on the good times you shared, he'll start missing you. Not out of obligation, but because he genuinely recognizes the emotional depth you provide. Lesson 6. Complete control over your life. If you fail to maintain control over your own life, and instead let your happiness revolve around him, you risk becoming overly dependent and lost. When you're not in charge of your own emotions, he might feel suffocated or pressured. He may miss you, but not because he genuinely cares. Instead, he'll remember how you relied on him for validation, creating a sense of obligation rather than desire. That's not how you want him to remember you. When you take charge of your own life, you exude confidence and independence, making you more attractive. A man is drawn to someone who knows their worth and stands firm in their identity. This sense of self-assurance allows him to see you as a partner, not a crutch. When you control your own happiness and pursue your passions, he starts to miss you for the right reasons, because he admires your strength and individuality. To maintain control over your life, set personal goals and engage in activities that fulfill you. Cultivate friendships and interests outside of your relationship. Show him that you're complete on your own, which will inspire him to appreciate the unique connection you share. When he sees you thriving and confidently navigating your own journey, he'll miss you, not out of obligation, but because he values the powerful presence you bring into his life. Lesson 7. Empathy for self and others. If you neglect to practice empathy, both for yourself and others, you risk building a relationship marked by misunderstandings and resentment. When you lack empathy, you may come across as self-centered or indifferent to his feelings. He might miss your presence, but it won't be for the right reasons. He'll recall the frustration and emotional distance instead of the warmth and connection you could have shared. Empathy creates a foundation of understanding and compassion that strengthens your bond. When you practice empathy, you show him that you genuinely care about his emotions and experiences. This makes him feel valued and heard, which is crucial for deepening your connection. He'll start missing you because he remembers the support and understanding you offered during tough times, not just the fun moments. To cultivate empathy, make an effort to actively listen to him. Validate his feelings and share your own experiences to create mutual understanding. Ask open-ended questions that encourage him to express himself, showing him that you genuinely care about his thoughts and emotions. When he feels understood and supported, he'll start to long for that emotional safety when you're not around, making him miss you in a meaningful way. Lesson 8. Mastery of self-love. If you ignore the importance of self-love, you risk entering a relationship where you feel unworthy or insecure. When you don't love yourself, you may look to him for validation, and that's a dangerous game. He might miss you, but it won't be out of genuine affection. Instead, he'll remember your constant need for reassurance, which can feel draining and suffocating. That's not how you want him to view your relationship. Mastering self-love is essential for fostering a healthy relationship. When you genuinely love and respect yourself, you set the tone for how others should treat you. You become magnetic. Men are attracted to confident individuals who know their worth. When he sees you valuing yourself, longing based on love or affection. Instead, he'll remember the times he felt ignored or dismissed. This can lead to resentment, making him question the depth of your connection. When you embody genuine empathy and understanding, you create an emotional bond that is powerful and lasting. Men appreciate partners who can truly grasp their feelings and experiences. When he knows you understand him, he'll miss the safety of being heard in our channel. If you want a daily dose of unfiltered motivation, subscribe to our channel.